everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Listen, it's always a busy day for me. So I'm going to do a one pot chicken and dressing crock pot meal, okay? With a few vegetables and stuff. First thing I'm going to do is, hang on, let me move my pot back a little bit. I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to sprinkle some, my hands are clean. You can see I've been washing dishes and got some more to go. I'm going to sprinkle me some onion powder over my chicken. Hang on, I'm going to use this hand to move that over a little bit. Well, I'll just use both hands and then I can wash my hands, can't I? So get me a spoon real quick and just make sure I get some onion powder on all of them. Then I'm going to put some, and I will clean these jars when I get through. Y'all don't know, honey. I have disinfectant that I absolutely constantly use on everything. So I'm going to put those two right there, and I'm going to go ahead maybe before I wash my hands, and I'm going to go ahead and put this together and then make one fatal washing. I'm going to put my chicken breasts in the bottom of my crock pot. This is a liner. You don't use a liner. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So it's all right. Okay, now every bit of seasoning that I'm going to shake that right in there, not waste any. And I've got that seasoning everywhere. Now, I've got some potatoes here. Just a few, because Pop's the one that eats these. I'm just going to cut them in quarters or halves or whatever. It depends on how big your potatoes are. I'm going to put those on one side. About halfway over that way. I'll show y'all in a minute. And I'm going to put those potatoes on one side. And then I'm going to take 1 can of this is Margaret Holmes seasoned Italian beans. And I'm telling you, they are seasoned so well, okay? And I'm going to put them in one area. Got it. We'll put them on one side, the potatoes in the other. Then I'm going, now this is, listen, I know y'all gonna think I'm awful, but I'm doing stovetop stuffing today. I know this is the chicken flavor. I need to use this stuff up that I've had for a while. And I've got 1 can. This is a 10.5 ounce can of cream of chicken with herbs. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this up real good. And I'm going to put some of this on my potatoes. This is going to get hot and melt down into the chicken. I'm going to get just a little bit of something. Hang with me just a minute. Let me wash my hands. I've got just a little bit of heavy whipping cream that I'm going to put in here in my can. Maybe that was probably a half a cup. That's what little bit I had left in there. And I'm going to stir this up, try to get everything out of my can. I had a little bit of my chicken left in there, my chicken soup. Make sure I get that fork down in the bottom of that and pour that right over my potatoes. And then, like I said, it will go down into my where my chicken's at. You got to have a little moisture in there for it to cook right, okay? But this is going to be a one pot deal, okay? Next, I'm going to take my 1 bag. As far as I know, I'm only going to use 1 bag of stovetop stuffing. This is, I'll show y'all. This is the chicken flavor. I'm using this because I like the herbs. And I'm going to put that right almost right over my potatoes. You can use, if you don't like green beans, you can use anything, any kind of vegetable. You like carrots, you like whatever you like. Just toss them in there real quick. Started to say, I might even grab something else to go in mine. Just clean me off 2 carrots with my little scraper, with my little peeler. And I'm going to cut these pretty thin. You all can cut yours on a board if you're not familiar. I don't even know if I'll need that second one because I'm probably not going to eat. I'm going to sort of work those right down in there around that chicken. And potatoes. Sorry to take time. I just decided to do this at the last minute. You ever do that? When you cook, that's how it is. This is just cooking today. Let me rinse my hands off again. Okay, now I'm going to take some butter that I've cut into pats, and I'm going to put it right over top of my my stovetop stuffing. Now, there's some people that don't like their food to touch. I understand that. And this might not be the recipe for you because your food will touch, okay? It will touch. And I've got, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Once this is all thrown together, it's quickly, hang on a minute, tossed in there, especially if you have all your stuff ready. I have people fuss at me and say, Nan, why don't you have your stuff ready? Well, let me tell you something. I'm just going to be honest with you. Whenever you are really cooking, not just doing a recipe, but you're cooking, do you know what? I don't want to lose any of them onions. Now, come on now, come on, let's be nice. Let's work nice together. Now I'm going to take those onions will be good along with my green beans over here. But I wanted that butter to be over top of my stovetop stuffing. That helps give it the moisture, plus along with cooking and everything, the moisture comes up out of I'm going to put a little salt and a little pepper, and that's going to be it, okay? Because the beans are already seasoned. About a teaspoon. Less than a teaspoon. And I'm going to put a little pepper. You season to your liking, okay? I'll put a little salt and a little pepper. We're going to put the lid on. And I've already got my holder here for my crock pot that's been on high while we've been doing this video. So it's going to be nice and hot and ready to go when I get this into it. Oh, I was going to get it close enough for y'all to see what I did. My green beans are on one side, my chicken's in the bottom, my potatoes are on top of the chicken. My carrots are there to the side, sort of. And, you know, I just sprinkle that onion over the whole top. That's just good flavor. Now, you could throw some minced garlic in there if you want to, but I use the garlic powder. But I'm just going to throw it in there. And we'll see what we get at the end of the day. Okay, I cooked it about 4 hours, almost 4 hours on high. And I checked my carrots was what I went by, okay? Looky there. We've got our chicken down here on this end with some of that gravy over it. We've got all those potatoes. We've got stuffing in the center. We've got our green beans up here. I can't hold it very long. And then we have the carrots over here. And oh my. Oh my. It's delicious. It's seasoned really good. Seasoned real good. So I just took my apron off and getting ready to holler for Pop. I've got him a couple biscuits going in the oven. So I hope y'all get a chance to make this. It is delicious. If you've never made a one-pot supper, you've missed out. So, you know, I did one not too long ago, and I did a turkey breast. And it was so good. And it's been months since I done that. And I thought, you know, I just had so much going on today that I thought I need to fix something quick. And you can cook it on low in your crock pot. You can cook it on low for, I'd say probably maybe, if you're going to do chicken, do it for about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours on low. Or, you know, I could have probably turned this off, but we went to visit one of our friends that's been sick. And so we just got back. So it ended up staying in here about 4 hours on high. But I could have it probably would have been okay about three and a half, something like that. Well, I love yous. It's so good to be with yous. I'm so glad y'all tune in with me. There's a lot of things going on Facebook. There's some fake sites out there that are putting my videos out there. They're getting people to click on them. And when they click, then it's only playing a minute or so, like a reel, and then it's cutting off. And so I'm getting some ugly messages sent to me saying, why don't you leave the why don't you let the whole video play? Or they're really getting really mean and saying, you know, what's going on? Why aren't you leaving the recipes? And y'all know, every time I do a video, I always post the recipe. If you haven't been following me long enough, please stop and listen to what I'm telling you. I always post the recipe. And I don't do reels. If there's any reels that are being made from my page, it's either Facebook or it's a fake site. If it does not say Farm Cooking with Nan, over 478,000 followers, then you are on a fake page. Please don't join up with those people. Unjoin, if you've already joined, unjoin or block them. And come over to Farm Cooking with Nan on the original. These people are stealing videos, stealing my pictures, stealing my recipes, and making money off of it. Facebook is paying them for it. And YouTube is doing the same thing. I don't even have a YouTube channel, but they have somebody that's on doing a fake one over there that's showing every one of my videos. They've been paying them for years. YouTube is, even though it's been turned into them that it's a fake page. They have been paying them for years, and these people are thieves and robbers and liars. And they've even got a little link on there that you can click on that'll take you over to my page. That's how slick they are. So I hate to keep talking about this, but if I don't warn you all, you're going to be suckered into a fake page. So I'm going to go, young'uns. I love y'all, and I appreciate you so much watching. And I pray that you all will report these people whenever they come on. I I just pray and ask the Lord to speak to your all's hearts and to have you all to unjoin these crazy pages. There's about 20 of them that are out there trying to make money off of my name. And they're making money off of it. They're making money off of it. Lordy mercy. Well, the good Lord loves you so very much. Don't forget that. I know he loves me too, and that he's going to take care of this eventually. It will be taken care of. So I have to put that's why I've not said too much till lately, because it's gotten really bad. But I just have to put it in the Lord's hands and let him take care of this. Okay? We'll see you next time if it's his will, okay? See you next time. Bye-bye.